Good Friday morning, yes, just about the weekend. As we look southward, a very gray day, a very January-like day. Kind of a quiet one, though, for Rochester. Here's a look outside down Bandel Road toward the heart of the city. That's live this morning, just a few minutes before 9 o'clock on this Friday with our Quality Group camera from northwest Rochester. 21 degrees. We've been steady there pretty much all night long now into this morning. Winds 10 miles per hour. That's not too bad. They'll get a little breezier heading into the afternoon as the storm system from the southwest gets a bit closer. Already a wintry mixture showing up in parts of Missouri. Eventually that will change to snow, and that's headed our way. The lion's share of this activity is going to be south of us, so this is a much bigger system. For the mid-Mississippi Valley, the southern plains right now getting it. Already some severe weather breaking out down there. The storm system is going to come in to the mid-Mississippi Valley, move into Illinois and Indiana. Rain and snow out of that system, and for us, a glancing blow. And so we're grateful to be on the northern edge of this, very much on the edge. So we're getting a minor accumulation south of us, just really not far south down the road, looking at weather headlines, and heavier accumulation out of the system. And it's going to come in waves. We have a chance of snow late today and this evening, another one tomorrow evening, and more, with much lighter systems coming in Sunday and perhaps Monday night. So it's a very active pattern that's lining up for us. Not a lot of heavy snow for us, but very just persistent snow. Just these doses of snow coming in every, 12, 18 hours, something like that. And the temperatures are going to be very typical for January, very seasonable. Highs in the teens, 20s, overnight lows staying just above zero, things like that. Much colder than the 40 we experienced on Thursday. It was kind of nice to get a little break from winter, but we're kind of going back hardcore now into winter mode, and we're going to see some snow to go with it, as well as, of course, those wintry temperatures. 21 degrees right now. Rochester is 25 in Austin. Charles City 23, Winona 28, and we're going to basically hold steady here in a holding pattern at these temperatures all day long. 21, it feels like 10, winds 10 miles per hour. Wind chill across map, most spots in the teens, so double digits, but not by much. 11 in Plainview, Rochester 10, it feels like 11 in Mason City. Day planner, there's that late day and evening snow. Now, some spots in North Iowa may begin to see some snow by 4:30, 5 o'clock. Most of us wait into the evening, but watch those winds, 17 miles per hour by 6 o'clock, kind of a raw breeze with temperatures beginning to dip back into the teens, so wind chills in the single digits by evening. Satellite radar, gray skies, but dry so far. We're going to zoom out here. There's that system centered to the south coming out of Oklahoma. Spreading rain now into Missouri and eventually into Illinois. There is severe weather happening down there already, and leading edge of that system also moving now up into the Midwest here. Winter weather headlines just south of us, south of Decorah. Winter weather advisory tonight into the first half of tomorrow. 2 to 4 inches of snowfall there. Winter storm warning right around Cedar Rapids, Dubuque, down toward Iowa City, Quad Cities. 4 to 8 inches of snowfall out of this, so it's going to be having much bigger impact for them in a 1-2 punch today and then again tomorrow night with those larger doses of snow. And here's that severe weather outlook. This is the Storm Prediction Center outlook for today and tonight. The red indicates moderate risk of severe weather. This is big. Tornadic outbreak already. There are watches in place for that, severe weather watches. So we're talking anywhere from eastern Texas, Arkansas, part of Oklahoma, and moving east into the delta there, the Mississippi Valley. So it's going to be just a monster system. For us, again, we're grateful to be in the very northern reaches of this. And here's high-res futurecast snow spreading northward the course of the afternoon and evening. You see it there, kind of looping this around, but you see with the snow the heaviest regionally in our area from Decorah to the east, where basically an inch or two will accumulate in our part of the region. Southern Minnesota, half inch or less, basically. We'll be glancing below for that today, and the similar amount tomorrow night. Light snow tonight, this evening anyway, another chance late tomorrow afternoon and evening, and then Sunday, another chance of snow. In the middle of next week, we start seeing Arctic air come in. Really cold stuff already in the map right now. Minot 6 below. It's 1 below zero in International Falls. We are doing okay at 21. 21 degrees, Rochester, Des Moines, 25. Southward, that's where the warmth is. We didn't quite get to the 50s, but there are some there. We had those 40s yesterday, and Chicago is there right now. Alpena, Michigan, 44. Here's Futurecast watching that storm system kind of stay south of us, but we're on the northern edge of it. There's that wintry mixture and the heavy snow, the heaviest of that in eastern Iowa, southern Wisconsin, That's going to move eastward. That's today's system. Tomorrow, another one comes in out of the south, following the same track. Heaviest snow at that, again, just southeast of us. We'll get very little in the way of snowfall that tomorrow evening, and then a system from the west comes in for Sunday afternoon and evening. Here's what we're facing for snowfall. This is the American model. The GFS has been showing this pretty much every day to see what might be ahead of us. This goes out, I believe, 5 days. So you get tonight and then what we're facing by this time tomorrow. In fact, I think this might be a little on the high end. I think Rochester will see very little, if any, accumulation. Northeast Iowa, a couple inches at most for tonight into tomorrow. Next phase of the system brings an additional maybe minor coating tomorrow night. Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, maybe a couple of inches. So here's the grand total, still struggling to get to maybe 3 inches for Rochester, maybe a little less. Parts of the region south and eastward a little more. I see Madison, Dubuque, starting to see things pile up. And then Monday night into Tuesday morning, and then even into Tuesday night, here's what we're facing, less than half a foot overall. That's that particular model's outlook. European keeps things even farther southward, which might be a little more realistic the way it's looking right now. But still a couple of inches, 3, 4 inches, maybe a little more by the middle of next week for many of us. But slow buildup of the chain of these systems coming in. 22 in Rochester today, 25. Austin, Charles City, 26. Temperatures not moving much at all. Brisk north winds up to 15 miles per hour this afternoon. Tonight, snow in the evening, less than half an inch south of I-90. Rochester will see, I think, maybe a trace amount, maybe nothing really. Actually, we're going to be very much in the periphery of this. Northeast Iowa, an inch or two. You go south of Decorah, you start seeing maybe a little more in the way of snowfall. North winds up to 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow, some sun and then some evening snow. Brisk north wind, 18 the high. Wind chill in the single digits all day long. 7-day forecast, afternoon snow Sunday, maybe Monday night, evening or Monday night snow. And then Tuesday morning, leftovers from that system. Another dose on Wednesday, maybe a couple of inches out of that. That's along an Arctic front, dropping below zero by Thursday morning. And that looks like the coldest stretch of this spell here. Some really cold numbers at the end of next week, but not permanent. I do think we'll bounce back by next weekend, maybe seeing teens and 20s for highs. So we're not going to go to the deep freeze, not a polar vortex, but maybe a taste of Arctic air for a couple of days at the end of next week. And if nothing else, that gives us a break from this active pattern. You get that Arctic high pressure, and that asserts itself and gives us really cold sunshine, but it diverts all the storm systems out of here. And that sometimes is a blessing, even if it involves negative numbers for temperatures and really harsh wind chills. But sometimes when you have snow 4 or 5 days in a row, you need a breather, and you get that Arctic high pressure. In the meantime, stay warm, be ready for some, maybe a little something to shovel in a couple of spots here over the next few days. But have a great weekend. We'll see you right back here on Monday.